I'm Lidia Mosqueda here speaking with Angel Manuel Soto, the director of Charm City Kings. How are you?
Good at you. Thanks for being
I'm
here and for having me.
no, well, thank you for sitting down and talking to me. Honestly, I gotta say this film is one of the best I think I've seen so far because I have never come across a movie that resembles my childhood so much, and I feel like yes, I can relate. I can finally feel like someone is telling something that happened to me in the movie. I mean,
Thank you.
the film is amazing. It's really good. It's an amazing film. The cast is phenomenal, especially your lead actors. They just did an amazing job. They brought such charisma and honesty to their roles. When you were casting for these young roles, did you have any specifics in mind in terms of the kind of actor you wanted, or was it more of a open casting call, whoever best embodies these characters will get it type of thing?
Yeah, definitely there were, you know, mainly physical restrictions in terms of not too tall and not too like there were like certain elements in terms of how I wanted to construct the chemistry of the kids in a way, like physically and emotionally. But it was very I was very open for being surprised. I didn't have anybody in mind for the character of Mouse, nor Lamont or Sword of God, for example, and Sword of God, which was Kasai. He was like the first one we saw, and we said like, yeah, that's him. He's it. Like his real life self is Sword of God, and that was like undeniable from the screen. And then when we met him in person, it was obvious. And then between Mouse and with Yahi and Didi and Danielle, I was torn between the two. They both bring different elements that are very special to each other, but it was in the chemistry that we brought them all together, and I saw them interact right in front of me. They already had inside jokes. Their chemistry was already from day one. It felt like they've been best friends since little kids, and that is very hard to find in when you have an ensemble cast. The chemistry is so hard to find, and being able to see it happen before your eyes, it was like seeing a chemistry experiment and be marveled at how it changes color without expecting it. And by that, I was able to see that in the character of Mouse, of Yahi, what he brought to the table was Didi had this confidence to him that really represented the energy that Lamont has. But Yahi, uh, he's such an empath and he's very vulnerable, just personally, that he did embody that innocence that I wanted to put on a spotlight in the character of Mouse, because it's a character that you rarely see portrayed when talking about coming of age kids within an urban environment.
Yes. And I love that that you actually touched on that because that's one of the things that I think we don't really see much in Hollywood, which is young characters in this type of environment where they're put in situations or they are in activities that have serious adult-like consequences.
Hmm.
And when the film comes out in a few days, people of all ages are going to be watching it. So my question to you is, what do you want the audience to take from this movie when they watch it? Because yes, your protagonists are, seventh going on to eighth grade, but everyone's going to be seeing it. So what do you want them to take from this viewing experience?
Well, I mean, I think that more than just a cautionary tale, I think it's also a conversation about what can we do as a society or as members of a society, adults, some with kids, some without kids. What can we do to provide to nourish the hope and achieve the full potential of the people that are coming behind us? And I feel like the topic of mentorship, the topic of deconstructing toxic masculinity, the topic of being vulnerable, of the redefining what is to be a man within the constructs of gender perspectives, and being able to foster that into the kids that are coming up. I think it is the conversation we should be having. I think at the end of the day is what can we do to help kids like Mouse to achieve his full potential. what can we do to provide kids like Lamont the tools so that he doesn't find the gang culture so alluring?
Yeah.
What can we do to protect the innocence of the kids like swear to God who got shot, an innocent bystander, like stuff like that? I'm like, what can we do to make things
Hmm.
better? And I think it starts with us. It starts in our houses, and once we do that, we can start demanding elsewhere because up there they're not listening.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the film is amazing, amazing cast. I cannot wait for it to come out and see everyone else's reaction. Thank you so much for sitting down and talking to me about it.
Thank you so much, Lydia. Pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao.